I got something to tell y'all. I got something to tell y'all. I got something to tell y'all right now to help you understand energy reads. Because, okay, so I'm an energy reader, but I'm only giving you readings on your energy, right? So when you're reading other collective, like you're listening to other collective energy reads, right? You have to listen with your third eye. I know that sounds crazy because your third eye is for seeing, but you gotta listen with discernment. Because let me tell you what just happened. It's funny as hell. But the devil is a lie because I have discipline. But the devil is trying to get me to cross over. Want me to walk in darkness. I've been there, done that for too many years. I was on a karmic loop for many years. And the karmics is out hard. They trying to get you. They trying to get you collective. They trying to get you, baby. They trying to recruit you. They out here hard. So I ride my bike every evening, right? And I ride in my neighborhood. And it's a neighbor. Y'all like what I did to my bathroom? Look, unwind, breathe, relax, and soak. Ain't that pretty? Ain't that pretty? And I got the stars that glow in the dark. But listen, so the devil know what you like. But one thing about me is I don't have a specific type of person I constantly talk to. Like, I'm a Aquarius sun sign. We are attracted to weird people. Like, what attracts us to people is intellect. Not really what they got, how they look. It's the intellect. So the devil tried it today. So I'm riding my bike, right? So I'm riding my bike, and I always go down a certain block, and there's this neighbor, this guy. And he see, for some reason, I honestly think he clocks every time that I'm a ride by, because I ride down that block the same time every day. And he's always outside. Literally, in the evening, he's always outside. So, he'll always say small stuff, you know, trying to get a reaction. Hey, good day to ride the bike, blah, blah, blah. So I was being nice today. I was being nice. So he said something, but I didn't hear. So I went to the end of the block. I came back around. And I rolled up to him. And he was in front of his house. So in his house, it's like a lot of cars and trucks. So I know he don't live by himself. Like, listen. I already know the dude is not single. Like, real talk. So he can try to play the role or whatever. My intuition already told me. But this dude though, this dude is fine. From 1 to 10, he's like 100. He's a cutie. He's light skinned. He got like bluish green eyes because this was the first time I seen him up close because he came from around his truck. He was rinsing off the truck. He came from around to introduce himself to me. I forgot what he said his name was. He has a country accent. So even though I live in the South, I'm from Brooklyn, New York, but I live in the South, it's kind of hard to understand some of the men because the country dialect throws me off. It's really a turn off for me to keep you honest. But he was built like he worked out. Light skin. I've been stopped talking to light skin dudes. And then he had colored eyes, right? So he said something, and I was like, oh, yeah, it is. Oh, he said, it's a nice day to ride the bike. And I said, yep, got to get exercise, got to get my heart rate pumping. So he saw the crystal I was wearing. He's like, oh, is that pink quartz? I said, oh, so you know about crystals? And he said, yeah, I know a little something. He said, I own some property and a farm, and we have something. I think he said Amazonite, something on his land. And I said, oh, for real? He said, yeah. I said, you don't find a lot of guys that know about crystals. So, the devil. He said, so what's your name? I said, Brooklyn. He said, so you live around here? I said, I just moved around here like 6 months ago. I haven't been around here long. He said, where you moved from? And I was like, he's like going on the pass. No, he looked behind him. I didn't pay attention. He looked behind him to look at the car that was coming up. So he goes on the passenger side of his truck. He opened the door and he's getting his business card. He said, yeah, I got a farm. And I said, oh, do you got like livestock? And he was like, no, I got, he said, I don't have any livestock on my farm, right? So I was like, oh. So when he went to the car, he gave me the business card. And he said, oh, that car is about to pull up. And it was a convertible Mercedes-Benz. It was a female driving it, right? And so he gave me the business card. Okay, so I'm doing my night routine. In case you're looking, this is my exfoliating glove. And I sell creamy black soap for my complexion. Like, that's how I keep my skin so good. I've been using it for 3 years, literally. And you only need a fingertip. And I sell it, I sell a 2 ounce. This right here, 2 ounce creamy black soap. And you should exfoliate at least, I do mine like 3 times a week. That's it. But you got to add a moisturizer after you exfoliate. You know, like I use aloe vera. Or I use my protection shea butter lotion. But the bands come up and it's a female. And he give me the business card, right? And I said, oh, I don't want no drama. I said, oh, I'll take the business card, but I don't want no drama. Let me go ahead and head on out. And he laughed and said, oh, you funny. And I said, no, I ain't funny. I'm for real. And so, and then I rode off. Now, let me tell you something right now. I listen to collective readings on other people's platforms, like YouTube. And it said, masculine emperor. You're going to meet, you know, masculine. You're going to have a lot of opportunities. Different masculines coming towards you. He is a masculine. He is an emperor because he is self-employed. He's his own boss. And he probably got a family he takes care of. Just because you hear a reading that says emperor, that don't mean that's your emperor. Okay? Listen to me very carefully when you're listening to collective readings. This goes for male and female. When it says you're meeting a boss, somebody who calls the shots, someone with money, they look good, they might work out, they're an emperor. We're talking about energies, but we're not necessarily saying that's your emperor. We're just saying they have the emperor energy within them. But baby, they can belong to somebody else because all we're doing is reading energy. But in the physical, material world, you don't know what the situation is. So you need to be mindful. You need to ask questions. That's why it's important to move with discernment because they heavy in the streets. That doesn't take away that this gentleman is not an emperor. He is an emperor. He possessed everything that I've heard on collective, like literally. But I think a lot of times we, as listeners of a collective reading, go on what the reader is saying, confirmation, and we apply that to our life. So a lot of times when they say, if it don't fit, disregard it. But it can say you're single and you are vibing in an Empress energy, literally. Or you're going to meet an Empress. Listen, and this goes for guys too. If you're going to meet an Empress, that don't mean that's your Empress. That just means you want to cross path in the physical reality of a feminine energy who possess Empress aura, Empress. They're in their Empress energy, but they could belong to somebody else. I remember I met this spiritual girl, right? And she was a Gemini. And she used to always take me with her to these little spots. It was like she was using me. She was using my energy, but I didn't know at the time because I was brand new to spirituality. But she would take me places just so I can read the energy in the area we at. And she was telling me that she had met her high-ranking soulmate. And I said, oh, okay, what happened? And she said he was married already. And I said, oh, okay. I said, did you still pursue that? And this, yeah, she did. Because She was like, that's her soulmate. And I said, but he belonged to somebody else. In the physical reality. In our reality on earth. In that present moment, he was somebody else's contract that he was fulfilling. And you were going after that just because that was your high-ranking soulmate. So y'all got to be careful how y'all be taking these energy reads. Because some people is off limits. Because they are under contract. They signed themselves up for another contract in this reality. So when you're listening, listen. When you're listening to these readings, and it says Emperor, King, Soulmate, all of that, right? Yeah, you may come across a person who possesses that energy, but they may not be for you. They may cross your path, but they may be fulfilling another contract. So yes, it's important to get a one-on-one reading. I don't do readings. I'm not saying all of this to promote, like, if I do one-on-one, I do not. Because I don't read nobody else's energy. I only read your energy, self-energy. You know, that's what I do. But I'm letting you know when you're listening to Collective and they talk about a divine masculine, emperor energy, empress energy. Listen, that could be facts, but they may be in other contracts in our reality. Okay? I hope that made sense. I hope that made sense to y'all, because I'm not going to download this and post it like I normally do, but I'm trying to give y'all an understanding on how to apply and when to let it fly. And a lot of times people be like, oh, that's not my situation. That's not my situation because I'm single. I'm not with nobody. But I'm telling you what just happened to me. Like, literally, I'm single. I am in my Empress energy, for a fact. And I met a masculine who's an emperor. And yes, he was fine as hell. Light skin, greenish blue eyes. He had to be mixed. Built like he worked out at the gym. And he was an entrepreneur, so he's a boss. So he takes care of business. He's holding down the fort. But he had a family. I ain't seen no ring, but he's still in a contract in my physical reality. Now, the collective is saying you will meet masculine. You will meet an emperor, but that don't make it your emperor. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you gotta use common sense. They may be an emperor, but they may be already in a contract with someone else. And when you get an energy read, it's not telling you that. It's literally not telling you that. It may say third party, and third party can mean anything. They work hard. They don't have no fun. They all about, about work and money. That can classify as a third party. Or they may have kids in their life that they spend time with their kids. Or it might be somebody else. And if it's somebody else, it could be because they already obligated in a physical contract with somebody else. So that masculine, that divine masculine or divine feminine emperor or empress energy is not yours for the taking. You may meet them or come across them. And you may connect on a soulmate level. But that's on spirituality, baby. That's your higher self. Not in the physical. They may belong to someone else. You understand? I hope y'all understand. Like, I just thought this was really funny. Riding my bike. Like, I'm a beach girl. Riding my beach bike, getting my exercise in. And I was like, I wonder if the collective understand, because I gave a collective read on Twin Flame today, this afternoon, and it said open what's blocking you. And what's blocking you is judging others for past relationships or not being open to meet people. Like, I literally got that reading. So when I went bike riding, I had no problem when, the person made a comment. Because I was like, I always come down this block for the past month. And he always say stuff, but I never stop. So I stopped today. And as soon as I did, and we talked about 5 minutes, and that Benz rolled up, And the female was driving. I said, oh, yeah, okay, I'll take your business card. Because I don't want no mess. And he laughed. You see? You see how that works? I'm moving in discernment. Because Spirit is like, okay, we testing you, boo. We know what you like. The light skin, pretty eye, built like body. But are you going to make a karmic loop with your actions? Or are you going to be aware that even though this masculine is an emperor, he's not your emperor? And I was like, Spirit, say less. I'm all about my coins right now. I'm not looking for love. Collective love is on pause. But I am open to meet new people because I know what Spirit is doing. I need to find out what I like, what I don't like. And what I don't like is a man who is connected to a woman that already have a family.